Good evening and welcome to a slightly late Unmute number 7. Thanks for hanging in there. Unmute, an improvised comedy for the Zoom generation. My name is Andrew. I'm the producer for this evening. And from time to time, you will hear my voice as I call on our performers to mute and unmute. Also, look out for me in the comments box as I'll be coming to you and asking you for suggestions throughout this evening's performance. But now it's time to introduce you to your host for this evening. Would you please welcome Mr. Luke Sorba.
Hello, lovely to be here. I understand our fancy intro crashed, but we're okay. It wasn't like the Wall Street crash that had kind of repercussions for everyone. So yes, as Andrew said, thank you for bearing with us because you are extremely important. You, the viewers, who couldn't do the show without you. Thank you for your generous PayPal donations, and please be as generous with those suggestions that Andrew has already invited you to provide. Jobs, occupations, hobbies, obsessions, attitudes, emotions, personality types, evocative names. Anything that might suggest a character. Last time we had Sylvia from the parish council. We met Butch Rimmer, who was seeking planning permission for a fort in his garden. We met Rosemary Hartfelt and Savannah, Georgia talk radio host Rhett Butker, a spelling mistake that was brought into life. He was looking for love. So please plant your suggestions in the chat box and producer Andrew will harvest them like Richard Gere's farmhand in Days of Heaven. And performing those characters will be myself and this week's guest, actor, director and golden voiced singer too, Ali James. Are you with us, Ali? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Luke.
There you are. There you are. It's so lovely to see you properly proportioned because on one of our on the Facebook event, I uploaded your photo and Facebook it squashed your face, which I thought, yes. Yeah, for an organisation called Facebook, the minimum would be that they could actually reproduce a face.
Yeah, absolutely. I looked like I was kind of in the middle of the book, just as it was being closed.
Yes, Facebook crush face. Yeah, but no, you look very healthy and normal. Say that. I'm a flatterer, aren't I? I always ask this.
Of you, Luke. Actually, I will just tell you that I do feel really healthy today because I did my 5K today. I've been doing Catch the 5K, and today I did the 5K. So it's a really exciting day.
So you were building up to this 5K run.
Yes.
Yeah, and you completed it today.
Yes, and some of those days on the journey, I tell you, I didn't think I was going to get there, but yeah, it was really good fun. So anybody who wants to get out there, Catch 5K is obviously awesome. Lots of people have done it and say so, and it's brilliant.
So fitness tips, we give out fitness tips as well. I'm trying to get fit too, but you're also performing, aren't you? Yes. You do other shows. I'm very jealous. No, I'm delighted. I'm so pleased. Do you want to tell us what you're up to?
Yeah, Showstopper, the improvised musical, are doing live streamed 2-act musicals. So we've pretty much taken our live theatre show and put it on screen, which streams on YouTube. And people can type suggestions in the box, much the same as on Unmute tonight. And these are like suggestions of your favourite musicals, plot twists and turns, things you'd like to see happen. And then we make them come to life. It's just that we're doing it in these kind of strange times with distance between us, 8-10 meters between us sometimes, but we're still making up our 2-act musicals. So yeah, it's really good fun.
Good, excellent. I recommend that too. You may have seen some technological innovations since the last show. Behind me is no longer a pink duvet cover that I used to hang between 2 shelves of books, but a very professional screen, which I think makes me look like Orson Welles when he steps out of the shadows of Vienna in The Third Man. But please put in the chat box what you may think I look like. Although I'm not going to be playing me, you're not going to be playing you. We're going to be playing characters over the next half hour invented by our viewers. So, Paz, are you ready to harvest, as I said earlier, the cream of the crop? I'm going to keep that agricultural metaphor going.
You dig deep, Luke. Go for it.
I've run out. I'm a city boy. I've run out. We're going to plow on. We're going to plow on. There you go.
Definitely digging something. Okay, so yes, we've got a couple of suggestions. I'm going to go with the first two suggestions that came into the comments box. So Luke, you will be playing a lighthouse keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And Ali, you are an exotic pet groomer.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
If you would both like to mute and unmute.
Oh, I'm so glad I've caught you. I'm so glad I've caught you. I've got some questions for you, Peter.
Oh, yes, Peter here. Yeah, you'll have to speak up. The waves are crashing. They're crashing on the house. But you know, was it questions you've got?
Peter, I've found a lizard. What I've got is a new type of lizard, and I think it's indigenous to the rocks around your lighthouse. I wondered if you could tell me anything about it.
Oh, first of all, I'm going to write that down. I like to chronicle every new species that we discover in these barren rocks around my wee house. But if that's a lizard, I probably know him by name. There's one or two. One of them is more kind of extrovert. The other one's a bit more shy. And one of them, I've got to say, has a wee drink and gets quite violent. So don't go near her.
Oh,
No.
oh yeah. Is she the one with the fierce look in her eyes?
Oh, she got fierce look in both her eyes, even though they're on the sides of her head.
Yes.
Because they're cold-blooded, and she can whip you. Oh, they're very moody. Lizards are the most moody of the reptiles.
Yes,
most people think dragon. Yeah, they think,
she
oh
stands
no.
In the corner of this cage with her little arms, little tiny arms crossed like this, like a teenager. She's very moody. You're right.
Don't be fooled by the smallness of her size. You know, because like often they kick off. You know, that's the wee ones that kick off. I was saying a dragon. You know, contrary to myth, quite. They're actually quite sort of sober, quite, you know, because they're so bulky. You know, it's like, oh, I'm too big to flap these wings. A lizard, it'll have you. It'll have you.
Oh, I've got her in her cage at the moment. So
keep her in there. Keep her in the cage.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
Taming them though. I mean, what are you doing in terms of how are you taming her?
Well, I've been trying to interest her in sort of circus skills, but the cage is rather small. I was thinking I might take her out to encourage her to juggle. I'm trying to think of something to put in the exotic pet shop window to bring the customers in, something with a bit of entertainment, you know.
Well, yeah, of course, because the lizards, you know, when they're not moving around, there's not that much to get into. But they like a wee song, and they have been known to dance.
Yes, well, that's what I was thinking, some sort of, you know, show business kind of affair. I was thinking maybe if I could line up the lizards and get them to do a sort of chorus line number. What do you think?
Oh, I quite frankly, I live in a lighthouse. You know, a raindrop that slows down on its way on the window is enough to, you know, entice me. I'll be fixated on it going, I wonder if that drop's going to land quicker than. So you line up lizards, I'll be there to watch them. But I think what you want is you need a variety of pet, because it's the kind of combinations of the pets that really bring the customer in. So if you put a lizard with a cockatoo,
yes,
I mean, you get that kind of you get that chemistry that you get between the great sort of double acts.
Yes, like a Morecambe and Wise of pets.
Yes, them, just like them.
Yes.
Yeah, because the lizard will be the straight man. The cockatoo will be hilarious. Very funny, yeah.
Yes, of course. And then I could maybe bring in a chinchilla as the kind of Des O'Connor middleman.
That's right. Yeah, chinchilla would be ideal. But when are you going to be visiting me? Because, you know, double acts. I'm on my own here with the crashing waves, and
The dripping
know,
raindrops. Yeah.
I've been counting. I've been taking bets. I've been online betting on raindrop racing, and I'm in terrible debt to the mafia.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, I'm sure I could, help you out, remunerate you for this wonderful pet advice you've been giving me. I'd be happy to split any proceeds from the pet shop window show.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm going to charge for my consultation lawyer's rates. So I'll be charging. I'm going to charge you from now on, Emily. Lawyer's rates are like £1 million a second.
Oh, goodness. I'd better bring a choreographer on board to make sure this show really sings.
You'll get to Vegas. That's where the money is for any kind of like circus type thing. Get to Vegas with those pets.
You're right.
And,
see, that's why you're up in that lighthouse. You have high aspirations, and I like that, Peter. I like that about you. People say you're a dull man and you would watch paint dry, but I don't believe it. You're a special one, you are.
I'm an ideas man because ideas are normally illustrated as a light bulb above someone's head.
Yes.
And because I live in a lighthouse, I've constantly got like a giant beacon. So if you want ideas, come to me, darling. Come to me. And good luck with all, the Vegas. You'll be the Cirque du Soleil of 2021. You and your pets.
Watch out, Lion King. You haven't got a patch on us.
Oh, hang on. There's a raindrop that's moving quite fast. Oh, I'm gonna put 500 quid on that one.
Oh.
I think I'll still take my bets.
Oh yes. Get the bet on quickly, Peter.
Oh no, the odds are changing. Oh.
And mute. Oh, there he goes. Hello, exotic pet groomer.
Oh, hello.
I didn't catch your name. What's your first name?
Emily.
Emily, hi. You've got to make a call now to Snipper Harris.
Oh, yes.
All right?
Yes, I love Snipper.
Yeah, he's lovely. Okay, unmute.
Snipper? Snipper, are you there?
Hello, Snipper here.
Oh, hello,
Em.
Snips. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right, Ems.
Oh, your hair looks lovely. You've had it chopped during lockdown.
Oh, I did it myself. I had to do it myself.
Yes. Did you use a mirror? Or
I did it in my sleep.
Yes.
Some people talk in their sleep. Some people walk. I cut my hair in my sleep, and I shave in my sleep as well. It's a terrible habit, but
Yeah, dangerous.
No, but what about, how's your little, problem? That's why you're calling, isn't it?
Yes, it is why I'm calling. And thanks for bringing that up, because I didn't want to. I didn't want to say, look, I can't get through my leg hair. It's getting so thick during lockdown. And thanks, Snipper, for bringing it up,
Well, you and I, we can be completely honest. We can be brutally honest. I mean, I'm Snipper Harris.
Yes, you're the best barber I know.
I am. I'm the grandson of Chopper Harris, who used to play centre half for Chelsea and never cut hair in his life. It was just a coincidence. But I thought I'd mention it because you've got a famous grandparent.
Yes, I have. Yes, Harry
McClary.
McClary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs in my family, just this overgrowth of hair. I mean, that's why we're a perfect pairing. You cut hair and I grow it.
It's like fate has brought us together, isn't it? Fate's brought us together. So what you could do is basically, you could keep on my sofa.
I see.
I'll probably cut your leg hair in the sleep. But you don't know what it might come out. Who knows how it's going to come out? Or you could book an appointment, or you could do it yourself. I've got a YouTube video on self-care hair. It's called
tutorial.
Is that what they're called?
I believe so.
Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Right, then it is. It's that then. Yeah.
So you're pretty much a YouTube influencer, as I see it, Snip.
I never knew. All I knew was I was grandson of Chopper Harris. But yeah, in my tutorial, that's cool. I encourage people. It's called self hair care. So basically, you decide, what's the best version of you, and you groom your hair accordingly. So depending on your mood.
Well, that's what I need. I mean, you mean I don't have to necessarily cut it? I could plait it, put ribbons in it, for example.
Of course you could. Of course you could. Your hair. I was taught this by the great Trevor Sorby. Your hair reflects the mood you're in. So if you're feeling like party, just dye it. If you're feeling quite bossy, clip it into a tiny Hitler moustache, but on your leg.
Right. Yes.
It's also kind of like body language, so people know, don't go near her, 'cause she's feeling a bit fascist tonight.
Yes, so it's just sort of signal. It gives people the vibe you're in.
Yeah, exactly. We should do one of those tutorials with me. You're better at explaining it as I am.
Well, we could hook up. We are the perfect pair, really.
Well, you groom animals and I groom people, so we're pretty much in the same job.
Well, that's it. I mean, you just have to look at a gerbil or a cockatoo to know exactly how they're feeling. They're styled the whole time.
Oh, you can do that. Oh, right, because I can never work out what my pets are feeling. I've got this cat, Millie. She's always in a bad mood and hungry at the same time. But apart from that, I don't know what she's feeling. But yeah, you should use that skill to do some pet psychology. I mean, all I know is leg hair. If you're feeling a bit nerdy, a bit geeky, side parting in your hair, then people know, don't go near her. She's going to play a video game and do a Sudoku. Leave her be. But what should I look at in terms of the fur of my pet then to read what's going on behind those green feral eyes?
Well, I think you just need to really connect with the animal. I mean, do you touch her a lot? Do you show her how you feel?
Yeah. That's how I lost my hand.
Oh, she is a vicious one.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the hook.
Yeah.
So probably the reason I only did half my head is I only got the one hand.
Yes, well, that makes sense because you can't reach over. I see. Yeah.
Well, I could reach over, but not having a hand, the reaching over would be more like exercise.
Yes.
So what should I look out for? So I don't want to have to get too close to her, Ems. I want to be able to read her personality at a distance, frankly.
Yes, well, maybe just sit there in a calm space with her, have a look at her and see how she's moving, see what she's telling you with her body. If she starts to arch her back, then you know you're in trouble and you can run a mile.
Okay, all right. I was thinking running 5K, actually.
Were you?
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are trying to keep healthy, Snip.
I've heard.
I think you could do that, You'd love to feel that wind in your hair.
Well, likewise, you'd feel, the wind, if you had shorts on, you'd feel wind in your hair too.
Yes.
You chew back her legs.
Yes. And I wouldn't have to wear leggings. So just bare legs all year round for me.
Yeah.
I say let it grow, let it flow, let it be natural, just like the animals.
Yeah, well, I'm going to write that down for my next, what do you call those YouTube things I do? Tutorials.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go and start writing a script for our first dual performance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in. Snipper's in. Snipper's always in.
Good to see you, Snip.
Oh, you too, Ems.
And mute. Snipper, hello.
Yeah.
Your hair's looking lovely.
Yeah, I tell you, I cut it myself in my sleep. I'm a sleep barber.
It's a beautiful look. You need to call Zoella Noella.
Okay, I will.
Zoella Noella. She's the erotic novelist.
Oh, I do need to call her.
Yeah, you do.
She got me into a lot of trouble.
She did.
Yeah.
And unmute.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Snip.
Oh, yeah. Zoella.
Yes, Snip.
I'm trying to read your mood by looking at your hair. I'm not Have I caught you at a bad time?
It's always a bad time for me, you know this.
I know you kind of live through your books. So, because in your books, everyone's having a great flipping time.
That's right.
I'll ring you. You don't look very happy.
No, all my characters party the whole time, partying it up, living their lives, throwing caution to the wind. And me, I live in despair. I live in exile. I live in the darkness. Snip.
Yeah, well, that was the point. You see, I got the erotic novel Valentine's Day for the missus, and she ended up moving out, and she's gone to one of those monasteries where no one speaks.
She understood the underneath meaning. She understood this subplot of the book. You cannot live a life of partying. You must live a life of truth.
Yeah, she understood that because that was literally the subtitle on the book.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not veiled particularly heavily. It is pretty much obvious if you have the brain. So yes, you're exactly right. Your wife has understood the meaning. She has gone to the monastery. That's where she belongs. I'm sorry, Snip is the truth.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I know. I didn't. It was. We were going to have like Valentine's. We have one night off from the truth, and but the existential void that your characters suffer. Anyway, that's why I basically I'd like my money back, and also I'd like you to introduce me to someone because now there's a void in my life, which is the wife, and as a result,
I can definitely arrange a refund for you. Definitely.
Oh, thank you.
It's because it's my book, so I can do what I want with that. So you can have your money back. A lot of people ask for the money back. A lot of unsatisfied customers because a lot of heartbreak around what I write. So you're welcome to your money, and I'll try and find you someone. I can't guarantee how quick or slow that's gonna happen because it depends on you. If you're gonna change, if you're gonna tell your inner truth or not, Snip.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't mind the money back the previous book. The title was I Don't Feel Like Getting Up in the Morning. I thought it was because your character wanted to stay in bed all day, you know what I mean?
You think it's erotic?
No, they stayed in bed staring at the ceiling saying, we live in a random godless universe and mortality makes every minute futile. And quite frankly, that kind of brought me a bit down.
And I hope that by coming down you feel excited to go up again. That's the whole point. It's full circle. It's a full circle experience.
Life is a full circle, but you've written a semicircle, which is like the glum bits. And that's why I keep buying. I was waiting for you to complete the circle with the sequel. I want to get up and have a good time, but I don't think that's
have a cup of tea in the morning or something. You want that kind of book? Yeah. Okay. Well, I suggest you just get a Take a Break magazine, something like that. Just get yourself. It's something light. That's what you need. Take a break. You could get that magazine. Let me send you. I send you some links now of what you could get, and also I send you your refund. Okay, your refund's coming through now. I'm sorry. That's okay. So Take a Break is great.
Anything else?
Yeah, Tell Me, the magazine Tell Me is really great. Any kind of crossword book that's going to keep you motivated. That's what I would say.
Is that a bit saucy? Any saucy crossword books?
Yeah, I
think like rude words or
yeah,
the shape of the grid is like two people making love. Anything like that you can recommend? It's nothing.
Yes, yeah, it's like one of those puzzles where you look at it and it's like, is that two vases or is that two people kissing with tongues? That's what these shapes in these crosswords are, if you pick the right crossword book. So just make sure you read this title. Make sure of that this time, Snip, okay?
I'll buy loads of them, and then just the law of averages, one of the crosswords might be, might spike some life back in me.
Kind of sexy time for you. That's what you want, essentially, isn't it?
Well, not all the time. I was probably misdirected by Erotic Novelist when I first went on Amazon, but
it's a dodgy search. I'm going to try and change my category now that my books are listed in, okay? Because you're the 15th person this week to come through, ask for a refund. You're unsettled. by this experience. Okay, I'm gonna go try that now.
Okay.
I'll get back to Snip, okay? I'll get back to you about that.
Yeah, I was going to take a break from Londis.
And
Enjoy
mute.
that.
Mute. Hi, Zoella.
Hi, hi, hi.
When you finish that cigarette, could you make a call to Stanley Moonlight?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure thing, because I haven't spoken to Stanley in quite a while, so let me just call him up. Okay, let's see. Stanley?
Unmute.
Hey, Stanley, are you there?
Oh, it says Stanley Moonlight.
Hey,
Moonlight
Stanley.
Motivation.
Stanley, it's you know, it's okay to see you. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Well, that's better than last time.
I guess
Oh.
your classes really are rubbing off on me. Thank you for the pointers you're giving me.
Well, at least you're speaking to me with the lights on. Zoella, I've been looking at your case, and I am so excited about the journey you're on and where you're going.
Well, thank you. I mean, your course in how to motivate yourself in a time when you feel like nothing's going your way, that it's going great. Thank you.
Thanks. So I recommended a whole host of sports, team sports, where you can be motivated by the enthusiasm of those around you. How did that go? Were you able to find lacrosse in Sutton?
Yes, the Sutton lacrosse team took me on with open arms, which I was so happy about. Of course, it's all virtual right
Yes,
now.
virtual lacrosse. It ain't the same. It ain't. You can't feel the wind of that racket as it swoops like a bird's wing through the air.
That's right. You know what Sutton Lacrosse Club actually sent me? They send out fans. They send out electric fans so that you can actually feel as though you're outside and running around, and actually you're on Zoom with your whole team playing into the Zoom lens. It's really quite exciting, actually.
Well, I recommend joining Carshalton water polo team.
Well, I'm gonna do that this week. I'm actually gonna go do that this week, Stanley. Thank you so much, because of course, Loughborough basketball went great.
Good, good, good. The water polo will be even better. You lay in the bath and play virtual water polo, and you know, it's exercise, it's sport, it's having a purpose. That's what you want, Zoella, and the purpose is to win the team, but win with teammates. You're never on your own.
You're so right. Then I don't spiral into this existential dread I always have, which makes me write the book, right?
Well, the dread, of course, but the dread you got to get rid of. You were born in Norway. I mean, basically, dread. It's, you know, you suckle dread from your mother's teeth in Norway. That's the nature of that.
That's it, and it tastes good, and it makes us grow. You know, it's part of who we are. It's part of our biology. You're so right.
Yeah, you are very sad people with tiny, tiny days and really, really long nights. So I would suggest find a nighttime activity, because to fill those 23 hours, I mean, you know, there's no point. Yeah, go on.
It's going in the right direction. I got to tell you, Stanley, because I am getting better, because actually I have not eaten any bats. Okay. Good. I haven't debatterized anybody's torches. Okay, because you know how I usually like to make everything dark, and actually I have been stepping away from that, so that's really great. And you know what? I severed all ties with my family, so thank you for that.
Severed all ties with your family is probably a good thing, because they were bringing you down. The Noellas of Oslo were bringing you down. What about? Are you still hanging out at petrol stations?
I am, but I didn't set fire to any, so thank you for that.
Well, that's good. That's good. And also avoid casinos. You're not going to casinos anymore.
I do, but I keep my hands in my pockets and I don't gamble. I just watch other people piss their money away, and then I don't do it. So that's great.
Okay, I'm volunteering to do the desk. You know, the night reception in hotels. You're not doing that anymore?
I am a night porter. I'm still doing my night porter duties, but I'm not stealing anything, and I'm keeping all the lights on. So that's really good. The guests aren't scared anymore.
No, Zoella, I'm seeing arrows and they're all firing in the same direction, which is towards the sun and away from the night.
Well, I got you to thank for that, Stanley. Okay, so that's so great of you. Thank you.
It's ironic, isn't it, that I'm pushing you away from the nighttime into the daytime, and my name is Moonlight.
It's
That's
a
because
kind of,
I'm half moon and half light.
oh, it's like
And for some of my clients, they need more moon, but you need more light.
you're a spectrum of assistance. Like you can help anybody wherever they are on that scale. That's how skilled you are.
Yeah, my middle name is Noon, Stanley Noon Moonlight, because some people, they're right in the middle of the spectrum.
That's right. That's where I'm gonna be.
We're so, our names, they're like scars that we take with us into life. So you know, the Noellas of Oslo, you should change your surname. That's what I think, the weight of that name, the weight, like the Saxe-Coburg Gothas, they changed their name to Windsor, so no one knew they were German and the enemy when they became the kings and queens of England.
So I could change it to something like super boring, or like Zoella Smith or something like that.
Zoella Smith, or Zoella super boring. Just put a hyphen in there. Zoella super boring.
I like that. I'm gonna get onto the deed poll people right now. Okay.
Good, good, because they're only open in the day. So
yeah, I'm gonna get onto that. Can you believe I'm even awake? I mean, this is crazy. I'm normally a night person. You know this.
Everything is getting brighter, Zoella.
You're so right. I'm gonna go call him now. Thank you, Stanley. Truly, from the bottom of my dark black heart, I thank you.
Okay, don't forget to PayPal me.
And mute. Hey, Stanley.
How are you doing?
I'm
Voice
good.
without a face. Boy,
feeling,
do we want to see your face. Just your voice makes me want to see your face.
You're never going to see my face, but
I never am I? I'm never going to see your face, even though the moon has a face.
I'm standing in the sunshine, Stanley.
Well, you could be in any time zone. I don't know where you are or what you look like, but I'm excited by the not knowing. It's like being kidnapped, like you got a bag over your head and you're bundled into the back of the van, but without the sheer terror. It's like that, but without the terror, without the, oh my God, they're going to kill me or chain me to a radiator forever. It's like that being with you, but without any of the fear. I'm loving it.
Thank you. Thank you for those compliments. Could you please give a call to KARENSON, your private detective?
Sounds like she might be another Scandinavian. Sure, yeah, give me the tough ones.
Karen, she's your private detective, KARENSON.
Oh, her. Yes, she's my PI. Yes.
Okay. Unmute.
Hey, Karen. Oh.
I'm here, Stanley.
KARENSON.
That's right. Stanley Noon Moonlight.
If you were Icelandic, that name would mean Karen, son of Karen.
You know so much about the sun and the moon. You know, it's great.
My second name, not my middle name, is HELIUS, which is Greek for sun.
You got a lot of Greek in you? You got a lot of Greek in you, Stanley?
Oh, you would know. Have you been checking up on me, you little PI?
You know what? I've been doing my research. I've been looking into your back catalog. I don't mind telling you, I found some pretty dirty tricks back there, Stanley.
Oh, don't say that. Did you? I mean, like, when I go, I mean, literally, don't say that. People are listening.
I found out about your time in a circus. You know what I'm talking about, Stanley? You know what I'm talking about when you fleeced all those circus people out of that money, Stanley.
Yeah. Okay, Karen, you're good at your job. You know my secrets, but I didn't hire you to find out my secrets because I already know them. To me, they're not secrets. They're like stuff I know. I want you to find out the secrets of my clients so I can, you know, I can get in their minds.
Well, I found out about that Zoella. You know Zoella Novella?
Yeah, of course I know her. You know, everyone knows the, everyone knows her. I just been speaking to you.
She killed her mother. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. Maybe when I said I know her, she was aging or Asian. She killed her Asian mother. That's even worse. Like race.
I'm sorry.
Like what?
She killed her Norwegian mother. She killed her.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean,
What are you gonna-
she's a murderer. She's a murderer. She's been
No,
here on this.
No, I see where you're going with this. So, okay. She's
Yeah.
that's. Well, now I don't know how much to charge her.
Well, a lot. I mean, you got to up your prices of your sessions, Stanley. You can't be putting your life on the line, okay? And then just see you later, Zoella. Like, I mean, what are you charging her? Like $50 a session or something? You need to up that.
Okay. Okay. Whatever. See. All right. I'm going to write that down. So, yeah.
She's a bad person.
She's a bad person.
Yeah, you can't trust her. She plunged a knife into her mother's beating heart. Do you know how bad this woman is? She's dangerous, Stanley.
Yeah. Okay. She plunged it into a beating heart. So she
Yeah.
was clearly still alive. So
Well, she was
got
still
away with
alive
the-
until she stabbed her. That's
Yeah,
right.
she was already dead, officer. I had no idea, because that's kind of, well, you know, the thing is, Karen, that I don't judge my clients. It's nice to know if they've done bad stuff, but I don't like to judge them. I don't like to judge my clients. But
You know-
Karen, I know a few things about you.
You do? You do? Like what?
I do.
You,
I-
wait,
I-
what do you know? I mean, I'm just a PI. That's it.
Oh, I know about the ice cream van. Yeah. You gave it away. You're still wearing your ice cream van hat.
That's
You
right.
forgot to take it off.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Huh?
I couldn't. I didn't want you to bring that up, Stanley. I didn't want to let that go. I didn't want to let my van go, and I
Oh.
had to let it go. And I
So
had
good.
to see. I had to see that line of children standing there, and I just had to walk with ice creams after that. Do you know how humiliating that is once you've been top of your game as an ice cream vendor and somebody takes away your van, and then you just got to walk with a cool box? You know what that's like?
You shouldn't be ashamed. You shouldn't be ashamed. Itinerant ice cream men followed Marco Polo from Venice to China. Yeah, feeding the merchants that eventually formed the Silk Road. You come from a line of people that
Yeah.
fused two civilizations, East and West, because they didn't just hang out outside schools, poisoning the kids with the diesel fumes of their idling engines. They put their merchandise in the cooler and they walked. And
Okay.
there's nothing to be ashamed of.
You don't think so? You don't think I should be ashamed of that?
No, I think you should go to your freezer. You should get your vegan magnums, your
Yeah.
popsicles. You should put them in your cooler, and you should go out on the road. There's no one there. Everyone's indoors, but take the road.
Yeah.
And remember, you're from a long line of people
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah, that's what this is about, you know? That's what this is about. It's about spreading the sweet love of ice cream. That's what it's always been about. And I had to jack it in to be a PI, you know, to look into other people's business when I should have been sorting out my own business, Stanley. That's what I should have been doing.
Go back to that, because
Yeah.
you know, I think what's happening is that some of the people you deal with, it's like bringing you down. It's bringing you down. But
Uh-huh.
ice cream, who loves bad people? Don't eat ice cream. Good people. Bad people eat
You're right.
children, but good people eat ice cream.
Yeah, bad people kill their mothers. Good people eat screwballs and calippos. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, calippos. Do you do those? Do you have those like pyramids? Those like tetrahedra? And
Yeah.
you get like a block of ice that's syrupy. You have that?
Do I ever? And you know what my favorite type of one is? When it's a little out of date. Okay, hear me out. It's a little out of date, and the syrup has gone down to the bottom. So when you rip off the top, it's pretty much just ice, and you're like, "What is this? Somebody sold me an ice cube." And then as you look, you go further down, it gets sweeter. It's like life. Okay.
Yeah. And if you took to the road with that, you'd be like a missionary, but you're not spreading some kind of superstitious, judgmental mumbo jumbo. No, you're just spreading sweet and occasionally not so sweet, depending on how long they've been in the ice box.
Yeah.
Or joy to be shared. And boy, there's nothing that puts a smile on Stanley Noon Helius's Moonlight face more than when when you fit that flake
Yeah.
in the 99, like it's like the moon landing. It's like watching someone land on the moon. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh,
It's, I mean, it's, you're so articulate because it's just such a beautiful moment. You're so right, you know, and it's special. It's special. And I appreciate that, Stanley. Listen, I want you to take good care of yourself, okay? Put the price of those sessions up. Put the price of those sessions up.
thank you for all
Protect
that
yourself.
information. I'll be using it. I'm a bad man. I'll be using that. But you're nice. You're nice. Go out and sell. Go out and sell ice cream.
I'm going to bring you around some of those out-of-date triangles. That's what I'm going to do, those tetrahedrons.
Oh, please. Leave them
And-
outside. Leave them outside, okay? Knock on the door, leave them, and then run away like everyone else does.
I will, Stanley.
Oh boy, I'm thirsty thinking of it.
And mute. Karen, we've only got time for one more call.
Okay, it's a shame. 'Cause
I know. Could
I'm
you
moving, you know, I'm talking to Stanley.
call Peter, the lighthouse keeper,
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
the one with the slightly dodgy accent?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Unmute.
got a lot of dodgy stuff going on up at that lighthouse. Peter, you there?
Oh,
Peter,
oh, Karen.
I dropped off your annual order of screwballs. You weren't there at the lighthouse.
I was in. The reason I couldn't come to the door is because there's a lot of steps in the lighthouse, and I was like, oh, you know, I heard you knock, and I was like, oh God, I'm coming down the steps, and then it took so long that I think you probably thought I wasn't in. But
Yeah.
I was.
Right. So when you opened the door and I was gone, or yeah.
You were gone. But the thing is, I'm always in because there's no way I can go. So if you think, oh, he might have gone next door to the neighbor, I don't have the neighbors. He might have gone to the shop. There aren't any shops.
Mm.
You might have gone outside to walk the dog. You kind of do that. So I'm always in. It just takes time. I've got to, you know.
That's why you got to get deliveries, huh? That's why you got to get the deliveries so that you can stay alive in your lighthouse, right?
I've got to stay alive. There's me. There's some wildlife on the rocks.
You got your
There's
cat.
a particularly menacing lizard.
Oh, miss.
but-
Listen.
You know, Karen, when I open the door, whether you're there or not, it brings joy to me that you've delivered something.
I always will. I always will, Peter, you know, because you might be an isolatory kind of guy. You're somebody who likes to be alone, but you're part of our community.
Right?
So I got to reach out to you.
Of course, because you're part of the ice cream industry, and ice is the first syllable of isolated, which is what I am. So in a way, we're
That's
like
correct. You're
the
deep.
same. How'd you get to the lighthouse, by the way? Because by the time I get you gone, you're always gone, and I'm thinking, how did you get a coracle?
Well,
Really long arms from the mainland. How'd you do it?
I've been roller skating because I'm trying to build myself back up to getting another van. But I don't want to just jump in whole hog, you know, after the experience with the last one. So I thought if I started with tiny wheels and then maybe a trike and then maybe I don't know, like a go-kart or something, and I could incrementally.
Absolutely. That's how I got to here. Originally, I was in charge of a candle. I was in year 7 and it was nativity, and I was in charge of a single candle.
That's nice.
And then over time, I was the lights monitor. I switched the lights on in the morning, and they were like neon strips. And I built up. So one year I switched the Christmas lights on Oxford Street, and then eventually they put me in charge of my own lighthouse. And I can see that happening.
If you can do that, then maybe there's hope for me, you know. Maybe I won't just stop at a van. Maybe one day it'll be a bus, you know, a double-decker.
You'll have a freaking ice cream train. That's what you'll have, Karen.
An ice cream train.
You're like shooting up and down, and you can have wee franchises everywhere, like a whole tube network of just ice cream trains. I've got a lot of time for like idea generation.
That light bulb, huh? That light bulb just keeps on
Live
going up.
underneath.
That makes my heart sing. I gotta tell you, Peter, that just makes my heart sing. The thought of an ice cream train network. I mean, come on. Is there anything more to life?
You'll have your own ice cream airport. At the moment, they're empty. So there's plenty of space for your fleet of ice cream planes.
Oh, ice cream for everybody, no matter your country, no matter wherever you are in the world. I'm going to get ice cream to you. I'm going to deliver.
That's your slogan. Like the Pony Express, but instead of on a wee horse with like a saddlebag of, I've no idea what they delivered in the West, a saddlebag of smocks for the teachers or something. You'll have like ice cream moonshot.
Like moonshine.
No, don't mention him.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, don't mention him.
Yeah, you don't get on too well.
And mute. Thank you. You have been watching Unmute 7 with Luke Sorba and Ali James. Technical support was by Beth Black. If you've enjoyed the show, why not show your appreciation with a donation by pressing the PayPal link in the comments box. We'll be back on the 12th of March with special guest Ruth Bratt. And if you've enjoyed this evening's show, why not follow us on Instagram at unmute_impro. And don't forget to like and share, tweet, let your friends know, as we really do rely on your word of mouth. Unmute is a Picard production. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.